Hi and welcome to M. Claire's Yoga and Wellness channel. Today's yoga flow is going to be a really fast but effective flow where sometimes we just don't have enough time to do a full long flow. So this is designed to be really quick, get straight on into it, energize the body, awaken you and leave you feeling really refreshed and ready to go and do whatever you have to do afterwards. Okay, let's get going. Right, let's start in our downward facing dog. Since it is the beginning of the practice, you can have a bend in the knee if you need to, just because we're just starting off and you might have tight hammies and you might not be there just yet. So work with your body. Like I said, this is a really fast flow. We're going to get right on in there so we can get done. Push through your hands, sink your sternum towards the floor. Lengthen through your spine. Step forward with your right foot coming into high lunge. From here, we're going to extend our arms, drop our knee, come all the way up, and then we're going to repeat 3 more times. Make sure you're really engaging that leg as well, so you're really powering up, waking everything up. At the same time, you're not just dropping straight into low lunge. And one last time. Then place your hands back on the floor, coming into high lunge. Extend your leg, coming into our pyramid. If you need to have a slight bend here, you can do as well. Hold your pyramid, lengthen through the spine. Keep your hips nice and square. Then bend forward again into low lunge. Drop your knee into low lunge, coming up. Adding a nice little back bend here if you're ready for it. Come forward, tuck your toes, come back into high lunge and push on up. Again, interlace your fingers, point your index finger towards the ceiling. You can add a little back bend here if it feels good for you. Come forward, step back into plank, through your chaturanga, upward facing dog, push back, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Then step forward with your left foot coming into our high lunge. And again, we're going to do the same movement that we did before. So come with aeroplane arms, then you're going to bend your knee, reach forward, and then power up again into your high lunge with aeroplane arms. Careful with your balance. And last one. Come forward, tuck your toes, come back into that high lunge. Drop your knee again into low lunge, and then reach up, interlacing your fingers, adding that little back bend here. Then come forward, tuck your toes, come into a high lunge with a back bend. Then come forward and extend your leg into pyramid. I have a hammy problem, so I'm going to have a slight bend in mine instead of having it extended. But you can see where you can go to. Place your hands on the floor, step back into plank, through your chaturanga, upward facing dog, and push back into downward facing dog. Step forward with your right foot, pivot the back foot coming into our warrior one, sink your hips, and then open into warrior two. Keep your shoulders down, pivot the back foot, keep your arms pointing out just for your balance, then extend again, interlacing your fingers and adding another little back bend here. Then come forward, back into plank, through your chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step forward with your left foot coming into warrior one, making sure that knee doesn't come over the front of your toes. Open into warrior two, shoulders down. Then pivot onto the back toes. Have your arms extended to the outside. Find your balance. Then interlace your fingers, point your index finger up, and add your little back bend here. Come forward, step back into plank. Engage your core through your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Push back into downward facing dog. Take a breather here. Then you can either take a few steps forward or you can bend your knees and come into Malasana at the front of your mat. Use your elbows to push your knees out, lengthen through your spine. Bring your hands into prayer position. And here is when you close your eyes. This is a feel-good, energizing, awakening flow. So although we want movement and we want it to be quick and get through the flow as fast as possible because of time constraints, we also want to find that balance and that peace and calm that can help us also through the day. So before we move on to the next part, I just want you to close your eyes and take one deep breath in through your nose. Ground yourself and exhale it all out. Take your hands behind you, slowly come down onto your mat. Lift your legs into boat, extend your fingertips, and all we're going to do here is do our toe touches. So keep a nice strong core, length, make sure that you're leaning backwards so you're really engaging your abdominals here. I'm just going to touch one toe and the other, and we're going to do this for 10. And last one, extend into full boat if you feel comfortable. Hold for 3 breaths here. Then bring your knees towards your chest, lengthen through your spine, and slowly roll down, 1 vertebra at a time. Coming onto your back, we're going to extend your left leg, bring your right knee towards your chest, and just come into a nice little spinal twist here. And reach your right arm to the back of the room and take your gaze over to your right fingertips. Come back to the center. Bring your knee towards your chest and you can just move it side to side, just getting into your hips. Change sides. Bring your left knee towards your chest and then just drop it towards the right side. And again, reaching your left fingertips to the back of the room and taking your gaze over to your right hand, coming into this really nice gentle spinal twist here. Come back to the center. Bring your knee towards your chest again. Just move your knee side to side, getting into your hip joints. Bring both knees together. And we're just going to do some nice circles with our legs, keeping our toes together. Change direction. And then pull your knees in one last time. You can have a little rock either side to side if that feels good, or you can also rock up and down, whichever one feels better for you, or both. Come back to center. Extend your legs and your arms into our final position, Shavasana, We're going to keep this really brief because it is a very quick flow so that we can have the time to do it if we only have 5-10 minutes in the morning. This is a great way to just start off your day, moving your body, but without you worrying about the fact you don't have time for a full length flow. So close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths here before we close our practice. And last one. Extend your arms over the top of your head. Take one last stretch and then meet me in the center of your mat. Thank you for joining me on our very quick and fast, energizing and awakening yoga flow. If you did enjoy this flow, please like, and if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Share it with your friends and family or whoever you think will benefit from this flow. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Take care.